Mehak, Naurin, Rija, Santani, Nia, Gauri, Nandana, Achyut. All of you please switch on your videos. Okay, so in the last class, we just started chapter 4, chemical kinetics. Then we had discussed rate, factors affecting rate, unit of this rate of an equation. Okay, Gauri, it's okay, etc. Right? Today we are going to learn about rate law. Okay, rate law. So the rate law, it is the representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of the reactants. It is known as the rate law. Okay, the representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of the reactants. We have learned that rate can be expressed in the form of either concentration of reactants or products. Here the representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of the reactants, it is known as rate law. It is also known as rate equation or rate expression. It is also known as rate equation or rate expression. The representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of the reactants. What happens to the reactants during a chemical reaction? Is it increasing or decreasing? Reactants. Adul? What happens?
Decreases.
Decreases, right? Okay. So here this rate law, it is the representation of rate of reaction in terms of concentration of the reactants. It is known as rate law. It is also called rate equation or rate expression. Okay. Is this clear? Then we are going to derive this rate law for a general chemical reaction. Okay. We are just considering this chemical reaction AA plus BB plus C. AA plus BB gives ZZ plus DD. The small letters A, then B, C, D. These are the stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, stoichiometric coefficients. That means the number of this A, B, C, D, etc. These atoms number. That means in order to balance this chemical equation, we just add certain coefficients, right? That is the small letter A, B, C, D. Stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, then the rate can be expressed as it is proportional to rate, it is proportional to, I told you concentration of reactants is considered. So here the concentration of A raised to X. Okay, concentration of A raised to X. Then concentration of B raised to Y. So this is the rate expression or rate law or this rate equation. Rate, it is proportional to concentration of A raised to X, concentration of B raised to Y. And this exponents, X and Y, okay, they may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. Sometimes they are equal to the stoichiometric coefficients, small letter a, b, etc. Otherwise, it will not be equal to that value. So, it is may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. Clear? We just consider a general chemical reaction. AA plus BB gives CC plus DD. And rate, it is proportional to the concentration of reactants. So, here rate is proportional to concentration of A raised to X, then concentration of B raised to Y. Here the exponents X and Y, they may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. In this previous equation, small letter A and B are the stoichiometric coefficients of the reactants. Okay, then in order to remove this proportionality sign, we will add one constant K. Okay, in order to remove this proportional sign and to equate this chemical reaction, we will add one constant, that is K. And this K, it is known as proportionality constant or rate constant. Proportionality constant or rate constant. And we have learned the another equation to find out the rate, that is minus d concentration of R by dt, right? So, we instead of this rate, we can substitute these values. And this form of equation, it is the differential rate equation. Okay, here we are using this d by dt, that's why it is known as differential rate equation. Clear? Differential rate equation. These two are considered as the rate law, rate expression or rate equation, and this form it is known as the differential rate equation. Differential rate equation. And I told you K, it is the proportionality constant or rate constant. In order to remove that proportionality sign, we just add one constant. It is known as proportionality constant or rate constant. Okay, I will repeat these points once again. For a general chemical reaction, AA plus BB gives CC plus DD, where small letter A, B, C, D are the stoichiometric coefficients. These coefficients are used to balance a chemical equation or chemical reaction. So, we can write the rate law or rate expression as rate, it is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant. So, rate is proportional to concentration of A raised to X, concentration of B raised to Y. And this exponents X and Y, they may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, then in order to remove this proportionality sign, we just add a constant. Yes, Achyut?
And in this line, is it rate is proportional the sign?
Not clear. Once again, Achyut?
Ma'am, the third line, is it rate is proportional?
This one, right? Yes, it is proportional sign. Okay, it is proportional. Okay. Rate is proportional to concentration of A raised to X, concentration of B raised to Y. Okay, then we just remove that proportionality sign and add a constant K. It is known as proportionality constant or rate constant. Then we write the another equation of this rate, that is minus dR by dt. And here, due to the presence of this d by dt, it is known as differential rate equation. Is this clear, children? Any doubt, anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, right? Okay.
What is this X? Y?
That sometimes they are equal to the stoichiometric coefficients, or it will be experimentally find out. Okay, we cannot predict that value. Always this rate, its powers determined experimentally. Okay, we can do some examples and can find out that value. Okay, clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
what is differential rate equation?
This equation. Here we are substituting this value minus d by dt. You have learned it in maths, right? D by dt, that is the differential form of that particular parameter, right? So here, due to the presence of this minus d by dt, it is known as differential rate equation.
Okay.
Okay. Leave this one. Then the rate constant. Okay. How can we define this rate constant? K. Rate constant may be defined as the specific rate of reaction when the molar concentrations of the reactants is taken to be unity. That means from that equation, rate, that is equal to K, then concentration of A, concentration of B, raised to its powers, right? So when this concentration of A and concentration of B is unity, it will become equal to the rate. In this way, we are just defining this rate constant. Rate constant may be defined as the specific rate of reaction when the molar concentrations of the reactants is taken to be unity. When the concentration of A and B, that is equal to 1. Unity means 1. The rate is equal to this rate constant. Okay, or otherwise rate constant, it is equal to specific rate of the reaction. Clear? Rate constant, it may be defined as the specific rate of reaction when the molar concentrations of the reactants is taken to be unity, that is rate equal to K if concentration of A is equal to concentration of B is equal to 1. Clear? Emmanuel, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, can you please read this slide? Rate constant.
A rate constant may be defined as the specific rate of reaction when the molar concentrations of the reactants is taken to be unity. Rate
Okay.
equal to K if molar concentration of A equal to molar concentration of B equal to 1.
1. Okay. Okay, then now we can rewrite the definition of this rate law. Okay. Okay, rate law, it is the expression in which reaction rate is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants with each term raised to some power which may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficient of the reacting species in a balanced chemical equation. Okay, we can rewrite this rate law. It is the expression in which the reaction rate is given, okay, in terms of molar concentration of reactants. That is the molar concentration of A and molar concentration of B in the previous reaction. And this concentration of reactants with each term raised to their power. And that power which may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficient of the reacting species. Okay, Achyut?
Ma'am, is this the topic after rate constant?
Yes, yes. Rate law, it is the expression in which reaction rate is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants with each term raised to some power which may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficient of the reacting species in a balanced chemical equation. Nia, can you hear me? Nia,
Yes, ma'am.
please switch on your video and please read this rate law.
In which reaction rate is of molar concentration of reactants with each term raised to power which may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficient of reacting species in a balanced chemical reaction equation.
Okay. Have you completed, all of you?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Sharon, can you read it once again?
Rate law is the expression in which reaction rate is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants with each term raised to some power which may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficient of the reacting species in a balanced chemical equation.
Okay, okay. Achyut, finished? Okay. Okay, then I told you that this powers, each concentration terms raised to its power, which may or may not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients, right? We can consider a chemical reaction. That is 2NO plus O2 gives 2NO2. This is in gaseous state. And here also it's in gaseous state. Okay, 2NO plus O2 giving 2NO2. Which are the reactants here? Vidur, which are the reactants in this chemical reaction?
2NO plus O2.
Yes, NO and O2, right? Then we are going to change the concentration of these reactants. We can change the concentration of both reactants, or making one constant and other one can change, like that. Clear? In the first case, this is the initial concentration. Okay? That means both are same. The concentration of both these reactants are same. Clear? Then in the second case, we just increase the concentration of NO. And the second one, that means the concentration of O2, it always remains constant. Then you look at the difference between the rate of a chemical reaction. In the first case, that means the 2 remains constant. The value is 0.096. Okay? And when you change the concentration of NO into double, okay? Here it is 0.30, here it is doubled. The concentration is doubled. In this case, it's constant. What change occurs to the rate of a chemical reaction? Can you tell me? Is it increases or decreases? At least you can tell me that. What happens here in the rate?
Decreases.
Tell me. First value 0.096. Second value 0.384. 384. Tell me.
Increases.
Increases, right? How many times? Can you tell me? 0.384 divided by 0.096. Then tell me how much times it is increased. Just do that. All of you, please do that and tell me how many times it is increased.
288.
Yes, Emmanuel?
288.
Not clear. Once again.
288.
288. How you got that value, 288? Just do this one and tell me. Yeah, that's right. It is approximately equal to 4 times. Okay, it is approximately equal to 4 times. So you can write here it is 4 times. Then the next case. Here again this concentration of NO is constant and the concentration of O2 it is doubled. Right? And what change occurs here? From compared to this value, what change occurs? Here also it is increased, right? And here it is equal to 2 times. Okay? It is increased by 2 times. That means it also doubled. The rate is also doubled. And the fourth case, both values are same. And it is 0.768. Okay, so in the first case we just take the concentration of both these reactants as constants, and that means same. And in the second case only the concentration of NO is changed, that means doubled, and the concentration of O2 remains constant. Then the third case the concentration of NO is constant and the concentration of O2 it is doubled. Then the fourth case both are remain same. And in the second case, we can compare to the rate with the previous one. It will increase by 4 times. And in the third case, it will be increased by 2 times. Okay. So, according to this observation, we can write the rate of a chemical equation by K. Then the concentration of NO and concentration of O2. Here, the powers of this concentration terms. In the case of NO, you can see that it is 4 times, right? 4 times. And the next one in the case of O2, it is 2 times. When you are changing the concentration of NO, it is increased by 4 times. And in the case of O2, it is 2 times. So it is 4:2 in the ratio. We can simplify it into 2:1. Right? So here the powers is NO raised to 2 and O2 raised to 1. NO raised to 2 and O2 raised to 1. Yes.
Should we draw this box?
It's in the textbook. No need to draw it again. So I will explain it once again. We just consider this chemical equation 2NO plus O2 giving 2NO2. Okay. In this one, NO and the O2 are the reactants. In the first case, we just kept the concentration of both this NO and O2 remain same. And the second case, we just kept the concentration of O2 as constant and the concentration of NO is doubled. So the rate is also increased by 4 times. And in the third case, the concentration of NO remains constant and the concentration of O2 is doubled. Then the rate is also increased by 2 times. From that, we can determine the ratio between the increase in the rate in the case of oxygen molecule and NO. It is 4:2. We can simplify it to 2:1. And we can write the rate equation of this particular chemical reaction. And here you look at this coefficients, stoichiometric coefficients of this chemical reaction and the powers of this rate law. Is it same or not? You can tell me. When you look at the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced chemical equation and the powers of this rate law, is it same or not? Aditya, is it same or not?
Same.
Same, right? So here in this case, it may be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. The powers of each concentration terms, it may be, in this case, it is equal to the stoichiometric coefficients in a balanced chemical equation. This is clear? Children? Yes or no?
Mom, can you tell it again?
Yes. In this case, we just consider this chemical reaction 2NO plus O2 giving 2NO2. Okay. After we changing the concentration of the reactants, we can reach at a conclusion that the increase in the rate of the reaction, its ratio, it is 4:2 in the case of NO is to oxygen. Okay. NO is to O2. So we can simplify it into 2:1. And the power here, in the case of NO, it is 2 and O2, it is 1. When comparing this power with the stoichiometric coefficients in the balanced chemical equation, it will same. In this case, it is same. Gauri, is this clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you completed this one? Then I will show you another examples. CHCl3 plus Cl2 gives CCl4 plus HCl. It is the experimental rate expression. Rate is equal to K into concentration of CHCl3 into concentration of Cl2 raised to 1 by 2. You look at this example and tell me here the powers of this rate equation and the stoichiometric coefficients. Are they same or not? Here the coefficient is 1, here also it is 1. In the rate equation, K into concentration of CHCl3 into concentration of Cl2 raised to 1 by 2. What about this case? Is it same or not? Nandana? No, right? So here in this case, it not be equal to the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced chemical equation. In the second example also, similar thing. Here CH3 OOO Z2H5, okay, plus H2O giving CH3 OOH plus C2H5 C2H5OH. Here the coefficient, here it is 1, here it is 1. But in the case of experimental rate expression, the concentration of the first term it raised to the power n and the concentration of the next term it is its power equal to 0. So in this case also the stoichiometric coefficient is not equal to the power of the rate equation. So we can conclude that the exponents of the concentration terms are not same as their stoichiometric coefficients. Rate law for any reaction cannot be predicted by merely looking at the balanced chemical equation. That is theoretically but must be determined experimentally. We can only determine these powers of concentration terms experimentally. Okay, we cannot able to predict the powers of the concentration terms. We can do it experimentally. Yes.
What is meant by H2O raised to 0?
A little more louder.
Ma'am, H2O has by value 0.
Punya, I can't hear you. Your voice is low. I can't hear, but it's not clear for me. Once again. No. If anyone can hear her, please tell me. Yes, yes. Its power is 0. I think you have completed. Yes?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, I will show that same screen in the next class. Okay? Now let me take your attendance. Just wait. Okay, children. So thank you all. See you in the next class. All of you, please read this portion very well. And tomorrow, there will be seminar and also the small class test, right? Unit test. Yes, Achu?
Portion again.
Yes?
Portions again.
For the exam. Till?
Till 3.3.
Yes, yes. 3.3. Okay? Okay, okay, children. Then thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.